another Showdown video. Today we are going to be playing some more Pokemon Champions OU, and today we are going to be showing off the one, the only Mega Beedrill team. Before I continue with this first game in front of us right here, I must break the fourth wall and tell you that the beatdown given to us all by the good people at Mega Beedrill Incorporated today is perhaps the best humanity has ever seen or will ever see. And so because of that, I must ask you to subscribe. Usually I forget to do this, but I'm going to remember today. Now we can jump into it. So first game here, we just immediately give up the Sylveon, but that's completely fine because really what we're looking for here, I'm gonna just defog on the King Shield here because he's definitely gonna go for it. He's not going to let me just kill the Aegislash here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Bullet Punch here. As he goes back into Gliscor, gets up more rocks. I definitely have to get those off as well. We're running the double defog team here with Corviknight and Scizor here. So we're gonna go into Corviknight. There's nothing he can do against here. Starmie, that's a regular Starmie because Mega Starmie recently got banned. It's probably not recent by the time the video comes out, but from the time I'm speaking, it recently got banned. So that is a regular Starmie. We're just going to defog, and now we will just go for U-turn here. The Poltergeist doesn't actually kill us here, and now we can actually go into Beedrill. I'm just gonna knock off here, and we're gonna pick up Beedrill's first kill of the day. They don't even King Shield, so we're not even gonna get the attack drop. And looking at their team, we're actually in a very good position with Mega Beedrill here to potentially end up cleaning up this game here. So they go Gliscor, we can just simply... Actually, I'm going to knock off here because I don't think they're going to be doing very much. Yeah, they try and get up Stealth Rock here, and honestly, based on that knockoff damage, that knockoff did a lot of damage. It did a little... I think we might actually be able to kill with Fell Stinger here, which I've decided to use Fell Stinger over like a fourth good move here because, I mean, if it's the Mega Beedrill video, we have to be going for sweeps with Mega Beedrill, so we're going to get the kill with Fell Stinger here, and then we're at plus, and unfortunately they are going to ruin the Mega Beedrill sweep before it starts because they're clearly Mega Sharpedo, and I think Mega Sharpedo is going to be able to OHKO us with a Liquidation or Waterfall or Crunch or whatever they're running, just because, I mean, a Gust of Wind could OHKO a Mega Beedrill. It's not known for its bulk, so we're just going to have to, yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to stay in here because he's going to be able to outspeed us as well. So we're just going to sack the Scizor here, and now we should be completely fine. We should be completely fine to go with Corviknight. We can get off the rocks. So our bug types, of course, mainly Beedrill, but also Volcarona. I mean, technically it'd be mainly Volcarona because it's more weak to it, but yeah, whatever. So our bug types can go back in. We're running a triple bug team here, which wasn't my intention, but yeah, it just so happened that I ended up running 3 bug types here. And now that we get rid of the Sharpedo there, now we actually are going to have a chance to break through here with, we can just Quiver Dance. We'll see how much damage Flamethrower does to start out. He's toxic, and Flamethrower is not able to do a KO. So we're just going to have to Quiver Dance again. We'll get a lot of chip. I don't think we're going to be able to. Actually, I think we will be able to kill. What is that? Did you just see like the Regenerator declare itself? That doesn't usually happen. I mean, I don't think that happens in the Pokemon Champions game either. So either way, we win the first game, but I don't think Regenerator's usually supposed to declare itself like that. Like it had the whole animation where it healed it. Like, I mean, it's not really like revealing any information. I don't think anyone's predicting that we're using anything else than look at Beedrill getting the second kill. I did not expect him to OHKO Tyranitar with U-turn there. I think a lot of this is like level 50 calc, so weird because in Champions OU everybody's level 50 instead of level 100, so I don't know how that messes with the calcs, but I know it's not exactly the same as if everyone was at level 100. So we're just gonna see what chip we can get on Slowking here, and then we can go back into Mega Beedrill, and we're just gonna U-turn out again. And actually, it appears they have 0 U-turn resist because they immediately gave us Elsquidwardo. So Beedrill might be coming back for a sweep later, although actually, it might not be before Volcarona comes in with the sweep, because it looks like they don't have any mons that can beat him as well. So I'm just going to go for Quiver Dance here. We'll see how much Psychic does. Immediately, I'm assuming... Actually, I think Mega Alakazam's still legal, although they're probably Mega Chimecho, just because why else would you be running a regular Chimecho? I mean, why would you run a Mega Chimecho? Neither of them are very good Pokemon, unfortunate for all the Chimecho fans out there. But you're definitely running a Mega Chimecho here. So this is likely like a Sash. Honestly, Psychic did not do that much, and yeah, this guy just left. So we'll speed it up here. But yeah, this guy just left, which makes sense because we were definitely gonna sweep there. Alright, next game here, immediately, Gliscor we need to get taken care of. Rotom we have to be taken care of. They're using their own Beedrill, so this is a brother of the Beedrill clan. We're going to lead off with Sylveon because it's probably going to be the best option for getting an early kill on Gliscor here. We're going to Calm Mind as they try and get up rocks, and then we're just going to get a Hyper Voice off. They actually have no answer to Hyper Voice here, so yeah, they do get a Toxic off on us, but we get the kill on Gliscor, which I think is a lot more valuable, especially since we're going to be able to get these rocks off here. So Beedrill comes in, and he's obviously threatening a kill here. Could give a U-turn, he could go for Poison Jab. I'm going to go Garchomp to get a little bit of Rust Skin chip. To be honest, we probably should have went Corviknight because the U-turn did a bunch of damage. I'm just going to Stealth Rock up my... actually, I'm going to go Scizor here, because Scizor is the specially defensive mon here. They nasty plot up. I'm going to go for Defog, and we're just going to... then we're just going to U-turn out. So now that their rocks are off, now we can... well, not now, but... we can U-turn again, and then eventually Beedrill's going to be able to come back in. See, look, the Regenerator declared itself again. That is very weird. I've never seen that happen again before. Either way, we're going to just U-turn again. And right now, we're just going to keep U-turning, and this should do a lot of damage to Rotom. 68. I mean, look at Beedrill here. And then we're just going to go Garchomp here. We'll try and get up rocks if we outspeed them. If we don't outspeed them, that's completely fine. I'm willing to get rid of Garchomp. Actually, if we get rid of Garchomp, that might be favorable to us, because then we'd be able to get the kill with Fell Stinger on Beedrill. They do switch out to Hydrapple here. I'm just going to Dragon Tail, just in case they like Nasty Plot or something. I'm also just completely fine with them killing us with Hydrapple here. They Leaf Storm. Yeah, I'm just going to go Beedrill here. And are we able to kill with Poison Jab? I think so. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I'm imagining so, although they could also go Goodra, so I'm just going to go for U-turn, actually, because it's going to do pretty much the same amount of damage. It probably will kill as well. And, well, they go for Rotom instead of Goodra, but same type of purpose. Now we can go, I'm going to go Sylveon here. We have rocks up, so if they go for their own Beedrill, we can just easily switch into one of our mons, and they're going to be taking that nice chip damage. We're going to go Scizor here. Actually, Corviknight's a lot better, because, I mean, look at the damage Beedrill's been doing so far in this game. They might just kill, but they actually Poison Jab, so I guess it didn't matter. They go for Toxic Spikes, which means that, I mean, the natural move would just be to go into our own Beedrill and just hope you win the speed tie here. And actually, at this health, we're going to be able to kill with Fell Stinger. Oh, yeah, and he's just going to forfeit immediately. Look at Beedrill is putting in an insane amount of work, which I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect. When I was making this team, like, this was not nearly as serious as it's actually turning out to be. We're gonna lead off with Sylveon here. I mean, they could potentially be a threat here. I'm gonna go for Scizor, and I'm just gonna see what they're up to here. They miss the Hydro Pump. We'll see how much damage they do with the Hydro Pump. This turn here, when they hit, they do a lot of damage, but also a manageable amount of damage. I'm gonna go for. I think we outspeed even with Scarf here, so I think we are going to be fine with going for Beedrill here. I don't think that crit mattered. We can just go for knockout there. And here we can just U-turn out. That's completely fine. And we can just go Volcarona here. Big burn. I don't actually know if the burn is that big. I mean, it's not insignificant burn. I'll gladly take a burn. But I guess if the goal is to sweep with Beedrill, putting that okay, he's just gonna Whirlwind this up. If the goal is sweeping with Beedrill, then weakening the Showdown and weakening the Corviknight is going to be a major goal. And speaking of which, I'm just gonna go for Mystical Fire here. Should do a lot of damage here, and I mean, while they're burned, they wouldn't be able to do a ton to me. They just U-turn out. So now that the Corviknight's actually going to be dead to rocks as I get it up here. They're Ice Beam, we are the Yachi Berry, so we're gonna be fine with that. And then we can just Earthquake here, but they're the Shuka Berry, so they're actually going to win out the interaction there. But that's fine, because now we can go into Beedrill here, and we can just go for a knockoff, and that should be fine. We actually don't kill, even with a crit, which actually I guess their item was used up. So I guess it makes sense that we wouldn't kill, although I would have expected a crit to kill. But they switch out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. U-turn does a ton of damage. We can go Scizor here, and then I'm just gonna Bullet Punch, because if they kill us, then we have Quick Attack on Sylveon, which should be able to finish him off here. There we go. And then now Sylveon is in, and he's in a pretty good position too, because Slowking is at low HP, so he's going to just switch him out and sack that Powder, which is perfectly reasonable. Here, I think I'm just going to Calm Mind, so that I can get a stronger. Actually, I'm going to go for Mystical Fire, and now I'm going to go for Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is going to be the strongest move I have access to. They're going to sack the Corviknight now. They go Slowking again. I'm just going to Hyper Voice again. And we actually do a ton of damage. And now I can Fell Stinger. We're going for Fell Stinger here, and then we should be able to kill the Garchomp with the attack boost here. So we can just U-turn out this game. There we go. Alright, so it looks like for this next game here, we're going to be going up against Ash Ketchum. However, unfortunately for Ash, Mega Beedrill is the very best, like no one ever was. So we're just going to lead off with Sylveon here as they lead off with Ninja, and we can just get a free Hyper Voice off here, because there's no way they're going to be able to kill us with anything. I mean, they could technically be like a Sludge Wave or Gunk Shot or anything, but I'm not too convinced that they're going to be running that. And if they are running that, I guess whatever, we'll live. So we're just going to go for Hyper Voice here, and this should be a lot of free damage against whoever is coming in here. Alright, they're going to U-turn out, and they're going to go into Talonflame, which makes sense. We do very solid damage to Talonflame, and honestly, I don't think Talonflame, because this is probably defensive. So I'm going to just be able to Calm Mind up here, because I don't think they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to me, and then I can just get a now boosted Hyper Voice, and they're just gonna have to sack Beedrill. Here comes Pikachu. I mean, they might, yeah, they will be able to kill with Volt Tackle. That's completely fine. I actually don't want to go for Beedrill here, because I think E-Speed if they have it, might be able to kill me here. They're going to try and defog, but I do have Stone Edge just for the occasion here. I'm just going to go for Scizor here. They are Ice type, so I'm actually going to try and see if I can get Bullet Punch off. But they do reveal themselves to be Mega Greninja, which will reset their typing and reset the Protean. Which I guess good play on their part for not immediately megaing, so they can use the Protean again multiple times here. We're just gonna get up rocks. They tricked us, so we're now Scarf Garchomp, but it's fine. This rocks is exactly what we need here. They are going to close combat with Lucha. They are whiter, which means they are on Burden. So I'm going to go for Brave Bird here on the Corviknight here. Greninja is going to come in here. They are now a water type. We should outspeed them with Beedrill, so I'm going to go for that, and I'm going to go for Fell Stinger here, which is going to kill the Pikachu even though it is at like 60% health, and we should outspeed everything, and we should, unless the Greninja has Water Shuriken, we should be able to do it. And this next game here is looking like they have Mega Golurk, which shout out to Mega Golurk, pretty cool. We're just gonna go for Sylveon here again. Just get off a nice Hyper Voice. It should do solid damage into whatever. Immediately, we'll see what they go for here. I mean, their only resist is the Excadrill, but I definitely want to get damage on the Excadrill because that's the only way they're going to be able to outspeed the Beedrill, and that's the only way they're going to be able to. There's going to be a major threat for the team here. We're going to go for Stealth Rock, just because I feel like they're probably going to switch out here. So they're going to go for Stealth Rock, and then we can just see what they switch into there. They actually stay and go for Earthquake, so now I guess we'll just Earthquake on this turn instead of last turn. They're probably going to switch out now, of course, now that I didn't go for Earthquake here, but it's honestly fine. Yeah, they do go for Rotom. I'm just going to Dragon Tail, actually. No, let's not play dumb. Let's just go for Sylveon because I don't want to get burned, which they do have Will-O-Wisp. Now I'm going to go for Calm Mind. No, because they can go Excadrill still, and they Thunderbolt actually does a solid amount of damage, so they're going to be able to get the kill with Rotom here, but I got a lot of damage with Sylveon, so I'm perfectly fine with making that trade. They're going to Volt Switch too, so we're going to be able to have the momentum there. So we'll see who they switch into here. They go for Arachnid here. I think Corviknight should be able to kill with Brave Bird. If not kill, it'll come very close to killing, and also Corviknight has Defog, so they won't be able to get the Sticky Web going up here. Because we definitely do not want any webs up. So we're just going to go for Brave Bird here. We'll see if they live or not. Either way, I think it's fine because we should be able to keep the webs off, which is the main priority. They do live, but we can just defog that off. They'll get actually solid damage with Liquidation off. Arachnid is very deceptively powerful. They're actually going to switch into T-Tar here. I'm just going to U-turn out. They do go for Dragapult here, and Beedrill. This should be Beedrill's chance. Should outspeed it. We can just go for knockoff. And we can just go for knockoff here and get. I don't know how many kills Beedrill has gotten in this video, but I can tell you it's a lot more than I expected, and it's probably a lot more than you expected too. Because I'm gonna be honest, if we're making this successful, they actually outspeed me. With they must be Scarf Dragapult then, but Beedrill lives, which is honestly just as shocking as Scarf Dragapult, because when has Beedrill ever been known to live an attack? And then, so we do end up getting the kill, but Beedrill does die in the line of fire. Salute. But I mean, yeah, what I was saying is, you know, if you told me I was making a Mega Beedrill video, and you told me the team was actually successful, I would not have expected it's successful, and because of Beedrill. So, luckily we do have Stone Edge here, so we're going to be able to get finish off the Arachnid without them getting up webs rather. We'll just go for Earthquake here. They are Stealth Rock on the Golurk. So I'm just going to go for Corviknight, who should also be able to take all of its attacks, but we can also just keep those rocks off, because we still have Volcarona in the back, who definitely does not want to experience any of those rocks. We're just going to go for Corviknight here. We'll get a little bit of chip with Brave Bird. There, they Earthquaked trying to catch the Roost. I mean, now this time is probably actually, now that you mentioned it, I was going to just sack the Corviknight probably, but yeah, now that you mentioned it, actually keeping this Corviknight, so that way Elsquidwardo can't sweep me later. It's probably a good idea. So I'm just going to stay in here. I'm gonna try and get the Brave Birds off, and also try and not run into yeah, they went for Earthquake again, trying to catch the Roost. So luckily we were able to avoid that, however, and it looks like we're going to be able to get the kill on Golurk without the rocks staying up. And while we are not at full health, this is enough where we should be able to live anything from Elsquidwardo, because Elsquidwardo has absolutely no odds. I mean, the best move Elsquidwardo could happen into Corviknight would be like, what, Rock Slide, I guess. I'm just gonna get a rocks here because that seems like fine, and then we'll just go for Stone Edge just to get a little bit of extra chip if we even hit the Stone Edge, if we're even faster than the Rotom, to be honest, because they could. We do get a little bit of chip here. Here I'm thinking, well, they've already revealed all their moves, so they're not gonna be Thunder Wave or anything. Hydro Pump should be able to kill. Well, actually, we'll outspeed the Rotom, so so that's definitely not going to kill after Equipment Special Defense boost. So I'm going to get up to +1, and that way we're also going to not only be able to get the kill on Rotom, but we're also going to be able to do a little bit of extra damage to the Tyranitar coming in. We're going to go for Bug Buzz here. We'll see what happens. It actually kills, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it was going to kill. Once again, I feel like that's a level 100 versus level 50 deal. We're just going to let him have it here. And then we can go for Corviknight and we can just roost off whatever they can go for here. This is actually a little bit of an interesting situation, because if they go into Rotom, which they don't, they just go for Iron Head here. But I actually want to U-turn out here, because if they go into Rotom, I feel like there's a situation where, you could position things wrong here. So I'm going to go for Scizor here, because he's going to be able to Bullet Punch the Rotom coming in. He's going to be able to Bullet Punch the Rotom, so he's going to be able to beat the Rotom. Because otherwise, I think if he doubled into Rotom, which I don't think he evidently does not plan on doing, but if he did switch into the Rotom, then I feel like he could have gotten to a situation where he could have potentially been able to, get him on there. But we do win that one. So this game again, facing the Mega Chimecho, we're just going to U-turn out, and then we can go Scizor here. We can defog, and we can also threaten another U-turn out soon enough. They actually go Slowking, which I was not expecting, so that gives us another strong U-turn here. That'll be fine there. Yeah, we do a solid amount of damage here. This time I'm going to go for Garchomp. They actually burn us with Scald, which is very unfortunate. We'll just take the opportunity to get Stealth Rock up while we're here as they Ice Beam, but we survive with the Yache Berry, and then I'll just Earthquake here until I'm just going to Earthquake here until I die here. We actually crit the Tyranitar, so we end up doing a ton. So we're going to be, it would have been able to KO either way, but I think now they're dead to rocks or something. I'm just going to Dragon Tail here. I have no idea what Chimecho's trying to Calm Mind. I have no idea what Chimecho does, so we're just going to Dragon Tail him out, because I do know that the Mega Chimecho has Levitate, so we weren't able to Earthquake there. They're just switching around, which I guess makes sense with Regenerator Slowking, but it does give me a lot of opportunities to We did solid work with the Garchomp even after the burn. We're just going to go for Flamethrower here on Volcarona here. They actually kill me from full with Earthquake, which I did not expect. I'm assuming that's a roll or something, but we're just going to U-turn out with the Corviknight here, because Corviknight is, if there's any situation that is completely fine there. Here, Sylveon, I mean, I don't think Chimecho gets very many steel moves, certainly not super strong ones, so I have no idea what they would even run. I'm just gonna go for a Sylveon. We get, we do lower their special attack one with the Mystic Fire, so now we can just Calm Mind up. We should be faster here, so I'm just gonna Hyper Voice. We should have quick attacked, so that then we would have avoided the rocks going up. But I expected us to be faster because we do have a couple speed EVs, or they're not even called EVs anymore, but we do have some speed points in Sylveon, and I'm pretty sure the Sylveon and the Tyranitar have similar, if not the exact same, base speed, so I would have expected us to be faster, but it's fine because we are just going to be able to go straight back into Corviknight and just defog it out. We'll go Scizor. I have no idea what this Chimecho is about to throw at me, so I'm just going to U-turn, hope that we are slower than it, so that Beedrill doesn't have to take an attack or anything. They Boom Burst, and then we can go for Beedrill here. Do we think Fellstinger is going to kill? I mean, it does kill, and then we do get the attack boost. Alakazam is likely Sash. I mean, we don't actually know if it's Sash, but I'm just going to assume it's Sash, especially since they just went into it. I mean, I guess the alternative, they could also like be Mega Alakazam, which I think outspeeds this guy here, but we'll just roost off the damage here, and now we can just U-turn, because now they should be outside the range of anything. They go Slowking here, and now we can go into Beedrill, and we can just get another kill with Fellstinger, therefore forcing it the Alakazam once again. They go for Excadrill here, we can just U-turn that out. We can just U-turn out. We'll go into Corviknight. They Swords Dance, so we're just gonna Brave Bird. Instead of just continuing the U-turn cycle, they Swords Dance. So we're gonna go for Brave Bird, and then we can see what they go for here. Scizor is the more especially defensive, and we should still live the Shadow Ball. They actually do, they go for Focus Blast, which does a ton of damage. I'm gonna go for Bullet Punch here because now they are in range to do a KO with the Focus Blast. But now that they are officially, if they are Sash, the Sash is broken. We can get another kill with Fellstinger. Yes, Girada is probably Scarfia, so they do kill with Triple Axle here. I'm just going to have to Roost off here. Roost up here. And then we'll just U-turn out back into Sylveon. And then I'll just Hyper Voice here. As they just U-turn out. And we actually killed the Slowking, which I would have expected to be a 2 KO instead of 1 KO. So the Triple Axle does kill because of the U-turn damage we took off here. This is a tough one. I think I have to Brave Bird here. Why did that do no damage? The Triple Axle did like no damage. I expected the Triple Axle to be like a lot better, if not like a chance to do a KO. I expected to do a lot more. So I think what was I thought was going to be a loss, this is actually gonna turn out to be a win because they do 0 damage with the Triple Axle here. And